Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is lead forecaster James McCullough bringing you a first track Doppler radar. This is also a severe weather update. As we go into the course of the overnight hours from approximately 9 p.m. to about 4 a.m., we're going to see a possibility of severe weather. This includes pretty much all types of severe weather as we go into the night. We are currently looking over parts of Louisiana and where the majority of the activity is in Mississippi. We currently have, we had about 10 warnings a few minutes ago, but this just came through. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a mesoscale discussion, number 1843, with a watch possibility of about 60%. That's mainly going to be areas south of 40. That's where your warm front is. That's where your low-level shear, your low-level directional shear will be maximized. That's where the greater possibility of damaging winds and tornadoes will preside over over our time frame for severe weather. These storms in Mississippi have been ongoing for hours. Earlier, when we did our first severe weather update, we had 2 confirmed tornadoes. One of those was outside of Jackson, Mississippi, and the other one was, I believe it was this storm right here, all except it was near Columbia. Those storms are not confirmed anymore, but this just goes to show that the atmospheric conditions are right for long-track tornadoes. One tornado was on the ground for approximately 45 minutes to an hour. We don't expect to have long-track tornadoes move into the Middle Tennessee area. There is a possibility that that enhanced risk may be pushed further into the Middle Tennessee area as the night progresses, but we'll have to wait and see to make sure that all the atmospheric conditions stay on track to push into the area. Some of these storms had what we called hook echoes. If I back it up, this one was confirmed approximately 30 minutes ago, but that has since fallen off, and no warning is on that besides a severe weather warning. This one did have a rotation signature, and at one time did have a TDS, or tornado debris signature, but as we fast forward, that has quickly de-escalated, and the closest tornado warning that we have is just outside of Houston, and that is again in Mississippi, just before Tupelo. These are pushing off to the northeast at approximately 40 to 50 miles per hour. We'll take a closer look at home. I do want to take a moment to remind you guys that a tornado watch remains in effect for Lawrence County and Wayne County until 11 p.m. Again, that watch, if a watch is issued, it will mainly be below 40. We do not anticipate that being north of 40 since the warm front remains down here. The greatest possibility of seeing a tornado will have to be sorry, I just got a memo. Will have to be near the Alabama border, and maybe some counties to the east. But we'll continue to watch that. Again, one thing that we've been concerned about is the drought. These storms over the last 2 days, we've seen perhaps 1 to 2 inches. This next line of storms, according to the Weather Prediction Center, the storms to the south are occurring with 1 to 2 inches per hour. So we don't foresee any flooding. Perhaps our main concerns are going to be strong straight-line winds and the possibility of a few tornadoes as we go into the overnight hours. But of course, we'll continue to watch that, and we'll bring you any updates that may pertain to that. If a watch is issued, you can subscribe to our Nexel alerts by texting TNWX task, all one word, all caps, to 88777, and that will subscribe you to receive all of our watches and warnings. Of course, we don't issue those. The National Weather Service does. We just act as a second party. But yeah, it looks like things to the south are acting as we suspected. And it's been pretty active, so we'll see if the storms continue to hold together and push into the area. With that, we should have another severe weather update at approximately 7:30. If we need one before that, we'll break in and do another one.